You think your project car has been off the road for a long time? Try almost 3 years for old mate over here. So if you're not familiar with this car, let me bring you up to speed. This is my 1995 EF XR6, which I've intake swapped, AU subframe swapped, and also turbo swapped. And my plan for today's video was for it to drive. But as always, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So I have a little bit of explaining to do. This car was meant to drive. It should have been driving out of here by now. But, as always, with projects, shit happens, and shit is exactly what happened in this case. So, off camera, I had Ollie come around, finish up a couple of little bits in order to get this thing to be able to drive around, and also plug the laptop in and start tuning it so that it would be fine to at least putt-putt around the car park. And while he was revving it, warming it up, going, putting some heat cycles through it, it had a small fire that sort of halted the whole thing. So let me show you what happened. I don't exactly know what's going on with the wiring because A, I didn't do it, and B, it's been a very long time since it was all done. There are wires going everywhere. Now I can make out some things, but other things I have no idea what they do. Let me go up and show you guys what exactly caught fire. So under here, there are a couple of power wires that run to both the starter motor and the alternator, which is obviously at the front of the engine, you can't see it. What we discovered was this wiring loom resting on the exhaust manifold. It started smoking, and then it started sparking, and then the car shut off. So I need to pull that out, investigate what happened, and then fix it. Hopefully it should be all good. Let's get that out. So I started off by removing the right-hand front fender as Ollie and I tucked a couple of the fuse boxes behind there to neaten up the bay a little bit. And by removing the fender, it revealed the big power cable you see on the screen there. All right, here's the culprit. This is the power wire that goes from the battery, which is this, there's a
0.
So there is a big power wire that goes from the back of the car, because obviously the battery's in the boot, to here. And off this lug is this wire that goes straight to the starter motor. When Ollie and I installed this power wire, we didn't tuck it out the way. And so that happened.
Disconnected.
It went through the conduit, through the insulation, and even started melting the copper wires. It got that hot. I did not expect that to happen because I've ran this car for probably 2-3 minutes at a time, and it did not get this hot, and it turns out this was resting on the dump the whole time. I don't know how I missed it. Maybe I need stronger glasses, but I missed it. Now I have to deal with the consequences, but luckily it was just this wire. I have the starter motor cable out. Ollie insists that he wants to do it and remake it properly, so he will do that. What'd you say? What are you doing?
You want to trade spots, man? You do this, and I'll do that. How about that?
I don't know if I can be bothered doing either.
I'd rather...
Would you rather be doing that or this?
Do not put that in. Do not put that in. Nathan, editing, do not put that in. I'd rather get that thing started. You know what? I reckon I could get that thing started quicker than wrapping this.
Anyway, so we have that problem getting sorted, but another problem I'm having is with the steering actually. I'm not too sure why, but this, as you guys may know, has an AU subframe. AU subframe, it's got cut and shut knuckles, Mustang outer turret ends, AU rack ends, but I'm having an issue where the steering binds up when you get to a certain amount of lock. It feels like every rotation, it binds up and it doesn't feel good. It's actually quite hard to turn the steering wheel. So I have a suspicion that it's something to do with the steering shaft, which is here. So I'm going to loosen both ends and see if it's maybe binding up because it's too long or it's too short or something, and see if that helps. So I've discovered what the problem is. In order for me to show you guys properly what is actually going on, I have to pull the downpipe off. And while I have the downpipe off, I may as well heat wrap it because heat management is going to be very key in this engine bay because everything gets so hot, as demonstrated by that cable there, which is now melted in half. So I'm going to pull the downpipe off and then I'll be able to show you guys what is going on with the binding in the steering wheel. So now that the downpipe's off, I can show you guys what is going on. So as you can see, this is the steering column that comes out of the car. I can't really point to it because you won't be able to see anything when I move the light, but this, as it spins around, hits the firewall somehow. I don't know how, but it just does. So if I spin it around, you can see that it binds up here, right as it goes around the bottom here. I need to basically Dremel it out so it doesn't bind anymore. It literally gets stuck right at the bottom. I don't know why. I seem to recall it having a similar issue when I first bought the car. Whenever you'd put the steering wheel all the way in, when you adjusted it all the way in and all the way up, it was very hard to turn the steering wheel. So there's obviously something going on there, but good news, we don't have that problem anymore. What I did was I borrowed Rex's Dremel. I Dremeled this part of the steering column. Just at the top there, you can see where I sort of Dremeled it. And now when you spin it, it does not catch on anything. Which I'm pretty sure that was the problem the whole time, that little bind in the steering. I thought that maybe the steering shaft was too long. So as it would rotate, this would push itself into an awkward angle and it wouldn't be able to turn.
So today,
we don't want any more fires happening like this over here. This is what's remaining of the starter cable that was in the engine bay. Now everything's removed because I've learnt my lesson. So we're going to be using this stuff. This is titanium header wrap from Car Builders. I love their stuff. It's not sponsored, but I do highly rate their products. I've got all of their heat wrapping on all the lines around the clutch cable as well, because that runs very close to the dump. There's a trick to this, which I don't know, so that's why Recton is here to help me.
so what you do is,
What?
you get this and then you rub it all over your mate's skin.
No, make sure you wear gloves when you do this because it's not good.
We're making it wet to make it more malleable.
A lot of people make this mistake and they end... Shut up, man.
Good video. Good video.
Mike Lake's just trying to help. That's the only way he knows how to help. A lot of people try and put the wrap on dry. You never want to go on dry. Never ends up good. So you want to make sure that you wet it because it's going to be a lot easier trying to stretch the... It's going to be a lot easier trying to stretch it over the pipe, and also it'll make it stick. We'll just show you. First thing you're going to want to do before you install the wrap onto the dump pipe is soak it in water. And what this does is it makes the wrap a lot more malleable, which will make your life a whole lot easier. After this is done, it's probably best you grab a mate to help you, which is what I'm doing here, because doing this by yourself is pretty tricky. One person holds the wrap and the other person spins the dump, in turn stretching the wrap over the dump. So this is what it looks like when it's done. Looks pretty good, I reckon. This color actually is a lot better and it'll blend in with all the black around the engine bay. You definitely need two people to do this. It's very hard to do it by yourself. Maybe if you have a vise, it might work, but... And also those metal clamps that it comes with, no good. Just get yourself some 3-inch hose clamps. Gonna chuck it in. Hopefully nothing is gonna melt anymore. I've learned my lesson. And also, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but my brand new throttle cable got munched. So here is the finished product of the rack dump. I'm still yet to get a turbo beanie. I think I have one laying around at home. So I'm gonna bring that from my house, chuck it on, and then it'll all be protected from the heat. And we won't have crap like this happening, and obviously that starter cable. So that is what the dump looks like. I'm definitely not gonna touch it because it is full of little fibers. A couple of them got on me and it's so freaking itchy and irritating. Definitely do not touch anything that's wrapped with titanium wrap with your bare hands. It is bad news. That's all done. Ollie is currently remaking that wire so we can run it underneath the engine like it is from factory rather than on top and sitting on top of the dump. And after that, fingers crossed, it should hopefully drive out of here because there's not much really left for it to drive. So hope you guys are enjoying the EF content. We're getting very close to getting this thing on the road. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.